Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are calling in from the world. I am so grateful that you're here. Welcome back to day 4 of the Streamline Your Tech Bootcamp. I am your host, Kat Milner, the Chief Tech Ninja of Simplify Your Tech. And I just want to check in with I'm so excited. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff today on website versus having a Facebook page and how is it best to promote your business. So I'm really excited to get into that. But before we do, if you could just drop in the chat, if you have any questions or any feedback on the last 3 days. So far we have done ideal client and ideal niche and avatar and really getting clear on who it is that we're talking to. Then we did lead magnets and how to talk to them and how to attract them into your business. And then yesterday, we started really getting into the nitty gritty of the technology. What do you need? How much is it going to cost? And what is the real cost of trying to do it by yourself? So I just want to check in. If you could drop a why in anything that you have comments, questions, feedback. Christine says getting clarity and learnings have been awesome. Thank you. Glad you're getting value out of that. Thank you, Christine. I really appreciate that. All right, so I'll give it just a second if anybody wants to drop any other comments into the chat. Otherwise, we'll get this party started. Okay, so let's do that. Boom. And I'm going to skip over the intro slide. Oops. Come on. Okay. So today we're talking website versus Facebook page. What is the reason to have one versus the other, and what are the pros and cons of both of them? So to me, having a website versus a Facebook page is like showing up to a meeting looking professional or in your PJs. With a website, you can be extremely targeted in who it is that you're trying to market to and to speak to. And with your website, you have control over your design, your functionality, and your content. Whereas with a Facebook page, you are limited to what it is that you can present and how you can present it. You're limited to their design and their algorithm. With your website, it is an extension of your brand identity. It becomes very unique and very memorable in many cases. It is, but with Facebook, you're limited to the platform's design and branding and exactly what you can present. And if you put anything that they think isn't against them, anybody been in Facebook jail? With your website, you can show how professional you are. It shows that you're serious about building a reputable brand. Whereas with Facebook, for the most part, it looks like everybody else. One Facebook page looks like another Facebook page as far as the layout and design goes. Drop a Y in the chat if you have ever heard of SEO. And SEO is search engine optimization. These are the words that are either in your copy or actually buried within the code on your website that makes it easily discoverable by search engines, and it makes you rank that higher in the results, because we all want to be in those first few results on a Google page. Because drop a P in the chat if you have ever gone past the first page of a Google search. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Christine has. I do it every great once in a while, but honestly, I don't do it very often. And most people I know don't go past that first page. So you always want to make sure that everything you do is about positioning you in the right place. Facebook, not easily searchable. Not much, but exactly. If you're looking for something specific, my husband's beautiful. He brings me coffee. You might go past that first page or two, but it's not going to happen if you're just, looking like, oh, well, how do I do this? Oh, okay, there you go. First or second response. So Facebook, not really searchable. I have been trying to find certain people. I have their exact name. I still can't find them sometimes. Sometimes it's how they have their privacy settings. And sometimes it's just because it's just not that easily searchable. Your analytics. This is really the key to being able to build your business and target your marketing and information, because with your website, you can track user behavior. You can measure traffic, find ways to improve, track if certain pages have been viewed, how long they stay there, things like that. Facebook offers very limited insights. Yes, we can connect the Facebook pixel to our website so that when certain things are clicked on, we know that, and the two of them can work together to track. So sometimes it can be helpful to have both a website and a Facebook page. With e-commerce, you can sell directly to customers, whether it's a service or a product. You can put it up on your website, and it's so easy. Facebook, as we all know, has very limited e-commerce functionality. And most of the time when people are selling a product or service, they link it to an external site like their website. The customization. You can have pretty much unlimited customization on your website. You can customize it for specific business needs. You can put in forms, landing pages, surveys, a checkout. Facebook, you can do polls, and you have really limited customization options because it's really limited to what the platform offers you. You can target your specific market. You can give a personalized user experience. But again, Facebook limits you to their algorithm. They try to control your business when you have it on Facebook. And probably the most important part of this is that you own your website and all of your content. You have full control over that usage. Facebook controls your content, and you're subject to their terms and conditions. Facebook jail, anyone? Drop a J in the chat if you've ever ended up in Facebook jail. Yeah. I have once or twice for something that I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what I did to get me there. That's how much fun Facebook can be sometimes. The other husband and friends have not, but I have been warned once. Yeah, exactly. It is really challenging sometimes. And it's like, Christine, did you even know what you did when they warned you? Did you even know that you were being naughty?
I think it was something to do with COVID vaccines, and I shared someone else's post.
Yeah.
It wasn't mainstreamed. So it showed
yeah.
me, and I'd shared their posts before.
Okay.
They weren't too out there, but this particular time, I just got warned that it's going against
the policies. Yeah, exactly. Whereas on your website, you can do anything you want. It's your website. Now, the other benefit of a website is they're not going anywhere. They're a vital part of business. Anybody remember MySpace? Social media platforms come and go. Facebook has done a really good job of longevity. I've been on Facebook for probably about 15 years now, which is hard to believe. So it's done a really good job of sticking around, but there's no guarantee. They could close up shop tomorrow, and then what would we do? You know, if you don't have a website, where can you still send people? The website makes communication a lot easier. It's very direct and it's very personal. You can set up your contact me page for email, a contact form, a phone number. You can have your calendar on there so they can set up a calendar. You know, they can book an appointment with you, book a call with you. You can do pretty much anything you want on your website. It's really pretty awesome. Facebook is limited to comments and direct messages. I mean, yes, you can list your phone number on there, and I believe you can connect it to WhatsApp now on your business page, but it doesn't make it easy. It definitely does not make it easy. Yep, you had Facebook for 14 years and had a MySpace account. Yeah, and I wouldn't even know how to log into MySpace anymore, or even if it still exists. I used to like it, but it was clunky. So Facebook versus website. 59% of small businesses in Australia do not have a website. but yet 90% of people use the internet to find a local business. So let's stop there for a second. 15. Okay. Either raise your hand or drop a W in the chat if you have a website. So a Y or a yes or a no in the thing. Okay, so we've got a no, a not yet, and okay. So 2 out of 3 of you do not have a website. Not a problem, but definitely think about that. If 90% of people use the internet to find a service and to find local businesses, how are people going to find you? You know what I mean? And yes, there is a cost involved to build a website. Definitely. I'm not going to lie to you and say that there isn't. So if you were to hire a web designer, depending on their level of experience and expertise and time working as a designer, you can expect to pay anywhere from $50 to $250 per hour. To host a website is around $20 a month on average. So that's around, $150 a year. And that's the low end for hosting. Usually what they do is they're like, okay, we're going to give you your hosting for $9.95 a month. And then after the first year, we're going to jack that up to $25 a month. That's not uncommon. And it's really annoying, to be honest with you. Your domain name on average, that's like mybusiness.com, is around $16 a year. And that's usually American. So that's probably around $20 to $25 a year Australian. It's not too bad, but it's still a cost involved. And then so your total cost to create your website is usually on average between $3,000 and $7,000. Yeah. That's, it's not huge, but it is significant in my mind. So I just wanted to also remind you that, as we talked about yesterday, we do have the Simplify Your Tech Academy coming up. And that also includes your 12 weeks of click-by-click personalized instruction, multiple avenues of support, 24/7 lifetime access to the trainings and recordings, including updates. You get VIP tickets to masterclasses, 2 hours of Ask Me Anything office hours, and your website migrated. So you are going to learn how to build your own website so you can do anything you want with your website. It includes the hosting for your website, so you don't have to pay extra for that, and everything else. It is limited to 15 participants. And today is actually a fairly quick one. We went through it a little faster than I thought, but I'd love to get your highlights and maybe even have some conversation about your website versus Facebook. That went a lot faster than I thought it would. But feel free to raise your Zoom hand if you'd like to ask a question or give a comment. Or even just unmute yourself. Yes, Christine.
Yeah, I've looked at the website a little bit, and I agree with you. It's far more professional, and I search myself when or look for recommendations in an area if I'm looking for a carpet steam cleaner or what have you. I also do ask Facebook community groups, but my business will always be part-time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 68, getting too old to even think about it. Yeah, so I'm not sure that I really need to go to that level because I'm finding enough clients through Facebook at the moment. The thing that I do have an issue with, that Facebook could crash and then it's all gone, and then you've got to start again and do all or transfer over to other tech. I mean, I'm also on Instagram and LinkedIn, but Facebook's my main platform.
Well, and Facebook, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so if Facebook goes, Instagram goes.
Yeah, I know.
and that's the thing, is it doesn't have to be really fancy. It doesn't have to be really detailed. It just, to have a presence on the web outside of Facebook, regardless of if you're a side hustle, part-time or full-time, looking to grow an empire, I honestly think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I hear you for sure. And being able to design according to your own personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
And like I said, you can customize it better. You can put whatever information you want to on there, and nobody's going to ban your account because they don't like you. Yeah.
Far more security and definitely professionalism.
Oh, I got really sunburned. So I posted a picture of my back and how red it was, and somebody reported me for nudity. Yeah, exactly.
Really?
And it's like, seriously, my husband follows a couple of pages on Facebook for tattoos, and the girls on these things, all you see are boobs.
Yep.
And it's like, trust me, they show a heck of a lot more skin than I ever did.
There's no logic to it.
No, I mean, honestly, compared to their pictures, I look like a nun.
I've got a friend down the road that he spends every second month in jail.
Yeah.
And once they've got someone like that, they watch them. It's like they have a Rottweiler on their account.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Count out from under him. I mean, he's outspoken.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a few friends that are outspoken about things that do occasionally end up in Facebook jail. But yeah, it's crazy, but just the fact, I mean, I get having standards and all of that, and I do appreciate that, because there are some things that I do find genuinely offensive.
Same.
But sometimes I think they take it a little far.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
No, I totally agree.
And with Skynet listening, I'll probably end up in Facebook jail later today because I said that.
They're watching.
They really are.
My tablet hasn't got any voice control on it, but quite often Ian and I'll be chatting about something, and it's a Samsung, so it's not Siri. I don't know what she's called. Alexa.
Yeah.
She'll come in and ask us something.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I have it's charging at the moment, but I have a Google Watch, a Samsung Watch, right? And I'll be just sitting there watching TV or whatever, and all of a sudden my watch will go, "I'm listening." Who's talking to you?
I know. A girlfriend was driving on the freeway in Perth, and her car talked at her.
Yeah.
She swore at someone that did something stupid, and it told her off for bad language, which made her use it.
All right. So I want to check in with Yen and Andrea. Do you have anything that you'd like to share? Anything that new perspectives about today or the last 3 days?
Okay. Well, I think you give us a bit more clarity about the website and the Facebook, like the comparison, because I never really thought of that. So I set up a coaching business a couple of years ago, but it's not really active. But I did have a website. So I got this other business going on, but I don't have a website yet, but I just have a Facebook presence, like Christine. I just don't want too much work coming at once. So because most of my other work is come by word of mouth. I actually have this other law job apart from the coaching. The coaching one is not really active yet, but I just want to get into the coaching. But at the moment, I'm also operating a law practice, and it's a new practice, like started early last year. So I've been focusing on that, and I'm planning to get a website done for that. But at the moment, I just don't feel the need to have a website, because most of my clients, I think they're Asian, especially particularly Vietnamese, don't go on the web that much. They're on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so I get clients know me from Facebook, a business Facebook page, or from word of mouth. So that's why I've been delaying this website thing for my law business, because I was trying to concentrate on getting
completely understand, and everything comes in the time and space that it needs to, and that's absolutely great. basically the advice is things like social media can go away without warning.
Yes.
So it's nice to, if nothing else, to just have it as a backup.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yes. So, yeah, so I had a website for the coaching business, which was done through AE, which that was really good. I just haven't been doing anything to it.
Yep.
So it's just been sitting there. Yeah. So yes, it's good when you search it up, like it's like, oh, you're there. I can see myself up there, versus the Facebook. So yeah, thank you for sharing about the website and the Facebook, because I could see clearly like the differences. But before that, I didn't really notice that much difference.
Yeah. And that's what I find is a lot of people don't know the difference. And I think it's important to understand that there are benefits to both of them. And I personally recommend having both of them. But if you're going to do one or the other, your website will always be, as long as you pay the bill on it, your website will be there. And that's actually one of the beauties of the platform that I offer, is it actually hosts your website for free. So you can actually create. So if you have multiple businesses, you can have multiple websites, and you can have unlimited landing pages for, lead funnels and everything else. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. Now, Andrea, did you have any comments today?
Yeah, I'm just at the beginning of this whole coaching thing, and sometimes I hear from coaches who do well that, oh, I haven't had a website until even I made $1 million and it's not needed and stuff like that. But I believe that this is like a shop window to the world. So I think it's pretty important. I'm not, and I'm planning to have one eventually. Just have to figure out like what do I want to have on it, like have more clarity about the niche, the avatar, and everything, which I'm working on now. And then that's one of the next step.
Yeah. And that's, I know people like you. I know people who have built a business without a website. Absolutely. Would I recommend it? No, I think you actually have to work harder for it, personally. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying that because I don't make any money off of websites. I don't. Yeah. This is strictly my own experience and opinion, is that it's, you're going to get word of mouth business no matter what. Your people are going to be on Facebook and discover you there no matter what. But to be able to say to them and put on a business card or whatever, here, go check out my website. It tells you a lot more detail about the services that I offer. And you can book in for a complimentary call so you can get an experience of what I do. And it just kind of puts everything there in a really neat and professional package. Yeah. Like I said, it's really kind of the difference between showing up in a business suit or your pajamas.
Yeah.
Excellent. Any other questions or comments or anything this morning? Okay. Excellent.
Can we talk? Sorry, love. Can we talk about the price of the Academy 12-week program, or is that for tomorrow?
Part of it is tomorrow, but I can definitely do that. Let me just bring back up.
I mean, I can wait another day if that's your plan. I was just wondering.
That's all right. Just promise me you'll still come tomorrow.
Absolutely, will come tomorrow.
Okay. So our academy is actually, let me go. Oops, wrong one. All right, so let's go back over to here. Okay. So I personally just love the picture of the dog and want to show him off. Okay. So the academy is that 12 weeks of click-by-click instruction. You will come out of there having built your website, landing page, 4 different kinds of funnels, and knowing how to use the platform for everything you need for your business. It is over 95% of all the technology you will ever need for your business. So that to me is really, really cool. Just that 12-week course right there is actually a value of over $25,000. oops, the multiple avenues of support. I don't know anybody who gives you the level of support that I do. You have a Slack channel, you have email, you have Facebook group, and you have office hours. So you get 24/7 lifetime access. So that comes along with it. So you can always go back and review if you ever have a question about anything, but you're also welcome to just drop in and contact me as well. You get tickets to the master classes. These are things like Canva, SEO, Descript, ChatGPT, all of the things that are really huge right now to use in your business. I'm going to be doing deep dives on those. I will be charging for people to come, but as part of the academy, you get to come for free. Again, you get 2 hours Ask Me Anything office hours, and I migrate your website DNS codes, which is the back end of the website, over to the platform. Most businesses I know that provide this kind of a service charge at least $800 Australian or more to migrate the website, because it is a big deal. It's easy to mess up. It's the back end of things. And honestly, it's a nightmare to deal with. So that is included as well. It is limited to 15 participants. And the price for the academy for the 12 weeks and all of the inclusions is $3,000. There are payment plans available. And actually, if you just want to have a conversation about it, I'm going to drop a link in just, let me just grab my link. And oops. I'm happy to go over more details, what's included, payment plans, anything like that. If you want to book in a call with me, I'm more than happy to have that conversation. And for today, there is also a worksheet to help you kind of see the pros. So your home play for tonight is to make a pro-con list of what is of having a website versus a Facebook page. And if you haven't already joined the Facebook group, I'm going to drop that link in as well, because I would love to have your thoughts on Facebook versus website, and feel free to drop those comments in the Facebook chat. And tomorrow we are actually, we got that, and boom. And so, okay, so there's the link for booking a call with me and sharing your results in the Facebook group. So tomorrow we're going to wrap everything up. We're going to go do a little bit of a deep dive on funnels, because funnels are one of those things that everybody has heard of, and they know, but they don't always know what they know, if that makes sense. So tomorrow we're going to talk about sales funnels, lead magnet funnels, sales consult call funnels, squeeze funnels, like every type of funnel you're going to need. And like I said, these are all things that we build out in the academy, click by click. You actually do it alongside with me and can ask questions all along the way. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about funnels. We're going to go back and revisit integration a little bit, and we're going to really get into how to put it all together. So I'm really excited about tomorrow. Today was a little bit short, but I can't wait to get into it with you tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap up the recording now by saying thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow when we talk about funnels and putting it all together. And have a great day.